Okay, so hi everyone. Today we look at a very special topic, very easy in the sense that this is what we all live in. Okay, so our topic for today is called ecology, and as I introduce this topic, I want to run you through the definition and also the terminologies that are associated with ecology. Right, so let's quickly rush into what ecology is. And here on the board it says is the study of interactions of living organisms with each other and the environments. Right, so you discover that talking about the environment, we're talking about things that are non-living, or rather the surrounding space in which these living organisms are living in. Right, so we're studying the interactions. In other words, we can say the relationships between the living organisms with each other and also their environment. All right, so pinpoints living things and also environments, and we're studying the interactions, or rather the association. Okay, so that is basically what ecology is. Right, now let's look at the ecological terminologies, or rather the terms that are associated with ecology. So one, we have the ecosystem, and talking about the ecosystem, you discover that it's composed of two words. So there's ecology and the system. Okay, so we're talking about everything in the say one area. So it's a definable area made of communities of living organisms that interact with each other and the non-living environment. Okay, so the key word here is definable area. Okay, so we're talking about a known region. Okay, say a 50 by 50 space. So a 50 by 50 space, and we know what's inside there, what communities are there. Are there rabbits? Are there goats? Are there rats there? And what's the non-living environment? So talking about the ecosystem, what's key here is a definable area, meaning it's known. Right, so we're talking about one area known, and what's inside there is interacting with a non-living environment. Right, so second term that we have to be familiar with is a community itself. What do we mean when we say community? Since we're saying it's a definable area made of communities, now what's a community? So a community is just a group of populations. Okay, group of populations found in the same area, and they do interact with each other. Right, so a community is composed of basically a lot of populations. Now, what is a population? A population is just a group of organisms of the same species found in the same area at the same time. Right, so talking about a population, you have to know that it's the same species living in the same area, meaning that area is definable, of course, and at the same time. Okay, so three things that you have to pinpoint. It's the same species, same area at the same time. All right, so that describes the population. And now let's talk about a species. So what is a species? So I say a group of living organisms with similar features, and they can interbreed to produce fertile offspring. Okay, so a species, you can say maybe goat and a goat. So that's one species, because goats can interbreed and reproduce fertile offspring. Also, as humans, we are a certain kind of a species. So talking about species, we're talking about group of organisms that have the same features. Right, so species, that's key. Then the third term, due to space, I didn't put up the definitions. There are no spaces. So habitats is just an environment in which living things are living in. Okay, so talking about habitats, you have to be familiar with aquatic habitats, which is organisms that live in water, and also terrestrial environments that's living on land. Okay, then the sixth term that we're supposed to be familiar with is a niche. Niche. So talking about a niche is just a specific role that an organism play in the ecosystem. Okay, a specific role that a specific organism play in the ecosystem.